guys, it's Sam, and today I'm going to be talking about how my first quarter goals went and talking about my second quarter goals. Now, I didn't actually have first quarter goals that I did a video on because at the beginning of the year I wasn't really sure what my first quarter of goals were, and I had done a lot of videos on my witchy goals, on my beginning of the year goals, and yearly goals and all of that. So I will talk about some of the things that I set for myself, but I didn't set it until more than halfway through January, how I did on that, and then what my plans are for the second quarter of the year. Now, as I've mentioned the last couple of years, I've gotten to a place in life where I don't have these huge goals anymore. Things are pretty good. This is just sort of a getting more clear and intentional about a lot of things, right? And this will point back to my larger goals. So if you want to know about some of my larger 2023 goals, both in just general mundane world and witchy world, just as they are going to impact some of these goals, you can check those videos out as well. So first, for the first quarter, my goals that I had, number one was go to the dentist. I hadn't been since before 2020, and I happened to luck out in that this has happened a few times where I've gone multiple years without seeing the dentist, and they always are like, uh-oh, when they hear that, and then they see my teeth and they're like, your teeth are really good, and they're like, but don't use as an excuse to not come back. And I was like, no, I'm not scared of you, I just didn't have dental insurance. So now I have dental insurance, I can continue to go. It was great. I found a dentist near me. They had TVs on the ceiling when you're getting your work done in your mouth, so you can watch TV. And I got a night guard because I apparently grind my teeth a little bit. I said I wanted to finish my website because I was opening my private practice. I did that because I had to. So I built it on Squarespace. I have a website. I have a private practice. That was all launched in February. Next is I wanted to go to the sleep doctor. I did that. I have not quite finished that because they want me to do a sleep study, although since the time has changed, as far as spring forward, fall back kind of thing, I feel like my sleep has gotten better. It's still not great. I am being much more consistent, which is one of my overarching year goals of get to bed no later than 1 or 2 in the morning. Try not to hit snooze. I still kind of hit snooze. But get up pretty consistently in the same time every day, which I have been doing. That's been mostly good, which is helping my sleep, shockingly. But there is still some weird parasomnia stuff that could be happening, so they want me to do a sleep study. And they haven't called me yet, so now I have to call them and bug them. But I did most of the things. I did a CT of my sinuses to make sure there's nothing messed up there. An at-home sleep study. I've done some stuff. We're working on it. Then I had 2 witchy goals for the 2 sort of holidays, wheel of the year things. This was mentioned in my witchy video. For witchy goals this year, I wanted to try to do something for all of the witchy holidays this year and or create my own wheel of the year for things that I want to celebrate, whatever. So the ones that were this quarter were Imbolc and Ostara. I did something for Imbolc. I had a little party. I had a candle party because the whole thing about Imbolc is bringing the light back in the darkness and blah, blah, blah. So we did that. That was very fun. And then I didn't technically do something for Ostara, but I didn't not. Around Ostara, one of the cats is flinging themselves at the door right now, if you can hear that. Around Ostara, I was doing a lot of witchy things. I did a lot of spring cleaning, mundane cleaning, but spring cleaning. I smoke cleansed. I cleansed a bunch of stuff. I reset some wards. I trimmed up my plants. So I didn't do anything super official, but I did all of that. And then shortly after, I did a big spell that I had been thinking about for a while. So not technically Ostara related, but I'm giving myself the credit for it because I did so much witchy stuff around that time. And not Ostara related, because spring cleaning for me is very Ostara, between Ostara and Beltane type stuff. Then I said I should go get some glasses because I had just gotten my eyes checked around the beginning of the year, and I didn't do that. But I don't really need to because now I'm wearing these daily contacts, and I feel like I'm just using that more often than my glasses. So for second quarter, kind of continuing on the same general theme of some witchy things, some mundane things, whatever. There was nothing that was totally standing out, but as the weather's getting warmer, I want to be taking advantage of that. So first, witchy stuff. Right now, I'm currently reading 78 Degrees of Wisdom by Rachel Pollack. Tragically, as of the filming of this video, she passed away today, so that's very sad. But this is one of the premier tarot books, about everything about it. So I've been reading it slowly. I think I'm only 30 or 40 pages into it. I want to finish it this season because, as I mentioned in my video, I want to read at least 1 witchcraft book a season, if not 1 a month. I haven't really had the time to be reading enough point blank each month, so the witchcraft books aren't exactly happening, but I want to be reading some of them, so I want to get through that book, though, because that one's very dense. Then, continuing with the trend, I want to do something for Beltane and for Midsummer or Letha. Beltane and Letha aren't exactly my favorite, and always Midsummer kind of freaks me out because it's in June and then it's and after this it's getting darker, and I'm no, that is not, June is not midsummer, okay? Midsummer to me is like beginning of August, right? So the way the wheel of the year kind of goes anyway in my head is like, it doesn't align with how the actual seasons go around here. So that's why I want to be thinking about some stuff. But yeah, I was thinking about doing some kind of like flower party for Beltane. I might do something like that. Letha, traditionally, like midsummer and stuff, is like some like bonfire type festivals. So I want to do something, even if it's just like some ritual cleaning and things like that around those holidays. Then I want to continue to bolster my wards. I talked about this at the beginning of the year too, and I have been doing that slowly but surely, but I want to make sure that like the rest of what I have planned, which I'm not going to tell you because that would defeat the purpose, but the rest of what I have planned needs to get up this season. And I've been like doing so much research and stuff and hearing so much information about protection magic, even more than I had before. So I'm like really in the zone for this. Then the rest all has to do with movement and continuing movement. First is I've been thinking for the last like year or so, and now like especially in the last couple of months, of getting a bike. There are a couple locations that I go to pretty frequently, my friends' houses, that are perfect biking distance. So as much as I am scared to bike in the city of Chicago, I have a lot of friends that do, and anything that's like a 10-minute car ride, I'd rather just bike. So I want to use a bike, potentially. I want to get a bike and use a bike and do the biking thing. Along with that, I need to get back into the roller skating. It's finally the weather for it. I want to get back to that, possibly get some outdoor wheels, just spend some more time roller skating, even more than I did last year. I mean, last spring was my big roller skating time. I want to continue to do that. And the last thing movement related is something I actually did today. But basically, if it's a half hour or less walk it. As long as the weather's like nice, like not in the rain, you know? But generally speaking, or if I don't have to be like somewhere when it starts getting really hot, I don't want to be like sweaty. But like when the weather's nice enough to do that and I'm not going to die from a heat stroke, walk or bike. That's what I plan on doing. So yeah, I think that's just going to continue to like increase my movement and stuff. And I've kind of already been doing it over the last month while the weather's been getting slightly better here and there. But yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm like spending time outside when I have the ability to do so, when the weather is nice, and enjoying my Chicago spring and summer and fall. But we're focusing on spring and summer right now. So yeah, those are my big goals for this next season, for the spring season. Again, nothing crazy, but things I want to make sure that I'm being intentional about and continuing and all that. So yeah, comment below and let me know some of the things that you have planned for the spring season. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.